we've been here before, so we don't necessarily have to go over all old ground. Is it still Zen Lucio?
Yes, it is. With a
Good
little
taste.
ERE thrown in, but
Okay.
mostly Zen Lucio.
Okay. Sounds good. New feedback, new goals. How have you done at implementing some of the goals we talked about last time? How's practice been in that
Oh,
regard?
it's actually one of the places in my life where I have focused the most, which is lovely.
Love that.
Yeah, I have my two little sticky notes with my notes from our session, and I keep
Exceptional.
them right up, and I'm reviewing them every time I'm practicing. So
Good.
yeah.
Do you feel like you've made small progress in executing those goals?
Yes.
Good. That's great to hear. And that's all that matters. Congrats. You're now a better
Yeah.
player.
Thank you.
You
Thank
goal
you.
is to get out of the metal rings. Okay. Where are you at right now?
In the last 3 days, I made it up to silver 5.
Excellent.
I
Excellent.
have
Okay.
spent all this time, and I have only I went from bronze 1 to silver 5 in the time that yeah.
I mean, that's still a good percentage point or two up. So well done.
Eh,
Do you feel like your
thanks.
practice habits have gone okay? Like, have you feel like your practice quality and quantity is decent, all things considered, considering, you're busy and all that stuff?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
I've been really good about, yeah, I've just shifted some things around in my schedule so that I'm not trying to practice at 10 o'clock at night. I'm practicing during the day when my brain's better.
Okay. Lovely. Have any questions about anything non-gameplay related come up since we've last spoken?
No, no, no. It's really fun. So no questions, but I will remark that both from our coaching session and the videos that I've watched on YouTube, I've now quoted you twice in my corporate training sessions.
Oh, love to hear it. Can I ask what they are so I can, pat myself in the back? Or is it more like,
The
don't talk like this?
no, no, it's the most frequent one is the idea of go next.
Mm-hmm.
Like teaching corporate leaders that swirling in what went wrong and trying to spend all this time trying to figure it out doesn't actually help.
Sure.
Like you have to go next and get the reps in.
Yeah.
And then the other part was one that you posted recently about thinking, and that
Okay.
thinking can often get in the way,
Yeah.
and that it's more about you do the practice so that you can have a greater connection to your gut, to your intuition. And then
Yes.
when you're in the moment, you have the confidence to rely on that.
Sure. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's basically just about what's effective feedback and what is just thinking and feedback for the sake of yapping without actually going anywhere. It's about being efficient. Okay, cool.
Exactly.
Well, I'm
Corporate is
flattered.
very good at that.
Yeah. It's the meetings classic. Like, let's meet for
Uh-huh.
3 hours and everyone's checking their phones and nobody's really tuned in. So, what are we doing? So,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I
What
worked
are
with a
we
lot
doing?
of Overwatch teams that had that kind of relationship with review. Is the same thing. It was like, let's review for 3 hours every day. Why? I don't know. Sure.
Yeah.
Why not? Okay. We're definitely going to be able to implement all those ideas for sure. Okay. Any hero specific questions? Zenyatta, Lucio.
Mostly just that since I've been able very tenuously to hold on to Silver 5,
Mm-hmm.
I am very clearly doing the least amount of healing in the entire game.
Mm-hmm.
And that part, I feel like I'm very unsure of how to increase my healing.
Okay. Die less.
Yeah.
That is all.
Hmm.
But honestly, even
You're
pursuing that
probably
isn't
right.
is
Yeah.
kind of like the end, ends before the means kind of a thing, like really, if you want to talk about stat numbers, I mean, it's really your healing stat is more of a consequence of the hero that you're playing, but also it can be a consequence of, are you choosing the right aura in the right moment? Do you have good harmony orb uptime? Like, not necessarily is it on the right target, but are you just keeping it off? Are you using trance ever? Are you spending a lot of time in spawn unnecessarily? Like, if you look at higher level Zenyatas, their stats are going to be usually a little bit higher than yours, but it's not because necessarily that they're making significantly better decisions or they're playing the hero differently. They're just playing the hero better. If you try to pursue stats, what often is, I mean, it's the same thing with corporate, right? Like, you understand exactly how this works, where people will set random parameters and they'll try to find shortcuts to reach the parameters instead of what the parameters were there to intend, which was quality, right? So for you, it's like if your stats are whatever, not that great, you should ask yourself, why are my stats not good? and maybe you'll find an error or a playstyle opportunity that you're missing out. We can look at that. I mean, I'll give you a couple of reasons why your stats are low in game, I'm sure, but we'll probably focus on why your stats are low instead of trying to bump your healing up.
Love it. Okay.
And also, Lucio's in, like, let's be honest, like, I don't think there are lower healing supports in the game, so it's not a bad thing. I've played. I did a really funny test one time. We did a pickup game with my Patreons, and we did Reinhardt Mirror with Lucio Zen. It's really actually pretty fun, and it's actually remarkable in certain situations how little healing you need even as a Reinhardt because of how much damage, how much utility an aggressive Lucio Zenyatta can do. So even in bronze, they may not know, how to utilize that, but they don't need to. You're just going to provide the utility whether they use it or not.
Yep. Yeah, that makes sense.
Good question.
Thanks.
Anything else?
No.
Okay.
It's just about, I just want to continue improving.
Yep, let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Now, I'm kind of tempted. I don't know if I'm trying to remember. We didn't do live coaching last time, did we? I don't think. Can you stream Overwatch through Discord? I don't know if you can do that.
I haven't, but it's
You're on
possible.
PC, yeah?
Yeah.
Are you interested?
Yeah.
I kind of feel like we should do that here. Because what we can do is we can play a game and then we can review either the game. Now, before we do that, you said you had a game you wanted to look at. We can do a quick skim if you'd like, maybe get some ideas of what to practice. So let's do that. Let's try to sandwich it. So quick review, gameplay, quick review, something like that.
I love it.
Get this pulled up here. So you said you had a couple of games recently because of the stupid wipe.
Yeah. Yep. You ready for a code? Okay. Z is in Zany. E, P is in Paul. F is in Frank. E is in Elena. 2.
2. Got it. Now, why this game in particular? Obviously, it was because code's wiped, so you had to be too picky, but is there any other specific reason?
Well, definitely the low healing, and I couldn't figure out why. When I looked at the replay, I couldn't figure out how could I have healed more, except of course die less.
Yep. Okay, we'll take a look then.
Yep.
See your aggression with your positioning, your cover usage, your wall riding, amps, etc., etc., etc. I like the skin. It's an old but a classic.
Thanks. Kind of like me.
Okay, so this is kind of one of the minor things you got to be thinking about. So I like this little angle that you got here. Is there anybody else that you can harass from this position safely besides just shooting Ryan?
Right? So there was a constant in this game, specifically at this point, there was a constant debate in my head of I could do more if I went up and over and flanked, but I felt the need to heal and keep my tank up as he went through this choke point.
So 2 things. First off, I'm not necessarily asking you to kind of go on backline here. That is something you can do, but you don't necessarily have to. That's the difference between a flank, which is all the way under the backline, right? And an angle is just kind of a little bit controlling space off to the side. You'll find yourself doing the latter more often. The problem here is that you're not even looking for those positions. Where is that angle where maybe you can still give a little bit of support to your team but harass somebody else? And that's just right here. Now, I know it's Cassidy, but you don't... The nice thing about Lucio is you don't necessarily need to get the kill. What could you do to this guy?
Yeah, boop him.
Just boop him off, right? Get him off that position. Very low risk. That's not something that because it's silver, you can get away with it. No, it's just good. Doesn't matter, Grandmaster or not. Use the cover, boop this guy off, and then you can shoot and harass the Reinhardt while healing your team from there. Because the reason why you feel the need to heal is because of that son of a gun. Among other reasons, but very crucially that one. That's a problem. That's a fire that you can put out. So the problem here is if you feel like I need to heal more, my tank is taking a lot of damage, you're not equipped with the tools to do that very effectively. Lucio is more about denying people these positions, harassing them so that they're not shooting your tank or that they don't have good positions to shoot your tank. You kind of get what I'm saying?
Yep,
You're more of a prevention character.
Because I have a tool for
That's it. That's it. You will pull. It's not that you shouldn't ever heal. It's that you shouldn't focus on healing at the expense of denying that pressure in the first place. That's what Lucio is exceptional at, and Zenyatta too. So for here, you get a pretty decent amp on your tank. You're amping your team. Your healing is actually probably going to be pretty high. I mean, you missed the boop there, but for healing wise, like if we were to look at your stats right now, I wouldn't be surprised to see a couple hundred healing already, which is pretty darn good. But the problem is that if we were to quantify a more theoretical of like, let's say, value, right? It's terrible. Terrible, right? You missed the boop on the Ramattra, or the Rhine, sorry. You didn't look for the opportunity to harass and deny Cassidy, and so it doesn't matter how much healing you have right now. Does that make sense?
Yep.
That's a nice little boop. I like the damage that we've got going on here. It's good. Good boop. But as we go from here, where it was very awkward, very open, nowhere really for you to play wall riding wise, right? I understand, very difficult. But that situation has changed. Can you find an angle that allows for you to do Lucio things here?
I could have been up on the wall to the left.
You nailed it. You nailed it. And the best part about it is once you're here, you'll find something to do. Harass Sojourn, take the high ground, harass Cassidy, harass Mercy, help your Junkrat. This is what makes Lucio great. This is not what makes Lucio great. This is what makes Lucio great. I'm not even concerned with what they're playing, where they are. I just really like this position a lot. There's just a lot of verticality, a lot of cover. Allows me to get close without taking my hit, my damage to the extreme, right? So the boops are nice. But you're going to be consistently backpedaling because if you compare that to Life Weaver Mercy, who are just kind of AFK sitting, they just do so much more than you, right? But Life Weaver Mercy can't, play, I don't know, monkey bars up on the top left and harass DPS like you can. So do that. Because I'm telling you, your healing stat here is probably way higher than most Lucios in this situation, and yet your value is lower. That's the irony here. So you chose this code because you felt like your healing stat was a problem, when in reality, your healing stat is probably higher than the average Lucio's in the exact same situation. But the problem is that you're comparing yourself to Juno, Lifeweaver, and Mercy. That's the problem, right? That's the problem.
Okay. Jeez, it's like this constant reminder that the stats are not the determining factor of success.
Well, it's like everything else in life, right? It feels satisfying to look at the numbers, and they are presented to you, but they have to be kind of interpreted with context. Again, like there's so many easy corporate analogies that we could go for here, but that feels a little bit lowbrow, so we won't. Like even here, right? Like as this fight's devolved, where could your presence be most useful? Like let's ignore the Mercy res right now. Where could you go, architecture-wise?
Up and above.
Same freaking crap, right? At least get behind the Rhine. If you're going to shoot the Rhine, get behind him, right? Or get up to here. Harass this guy, right? Like, to be honest with you, from here to here, you run this guy down. You ruin this man's life. Like, that is a duel that ages very well for you the better and better you get at this game. So go for it, right? But again, it's not because you're looking for kills on a Lifeweaver specifically. You're just taking this position and going, oh, wow, I can boop Rhine. I can harass Mercy. I can speed my Ramattra. I can maybe run in and kill the Cass because he's 1 HP, or I can kill the Lifeweaver. You have so many options once you put yourself in that position.
Yeah, really letting the Rhine shield dictate my movement.
Correct. And the Rhine shield is dictating your movement because that's the only thing you can see because of where you're positioned.
Yeah.
When you find yourself only shooting Rhine shield all the time, that's because you screwed up with how you set up. Now, I'm going to highlight again, this spot here, remember when we were fighting here? There isn't a lot of good options here, right? Like you kind of tucked into here, which wasn't a bad idea. This is just a really naked open space, and that's where Lucio can feel really hard. But when you find spaces like this is where you have to shine. This is your cup of tea. So if you feel awkward in spots, don't really know where to go, that's all right. That's normal. I like the speed here. But you have to then move, right? You get to hear yourself. This is fine. This is a little angle here you can take. You notice that we're not flanking backline necessarily, but just kind of harassing from the side. That's all right.
Yeah, I think I was very aware that I was in front of my tank for a moment, and I've been using that as a cue of I'm playing too aggressive, I'm gonna die too much, I need to get back. I should not be
Yes.
the person in front.
Correct. But the key thing is where you are.
Yeah.
This is directly in front of tank. This is almost always a mistake. We want you to be to the side. Same thing when you were helping your Ramatra here to harass the Cassidy. Never go here. Go up to the side here.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? Imagine if Tracer never let herself go in front of her tank. How much of a waste that character would be. You know, Tracer should never be playing in front of her tank, but she should be playing off to the side. Maybe even behind, right? So just something to consider. Again, I do like the speed here. Like, it definitely felt like a situation where you'd walk forward, you get the kill. I would go back to speed here. And you do. This is good. This is you pursuing stats, these amps, you know? You're like, I'm gonna... Oh, wait, no, nobody needs it. Okay. I want to watch one more fight, then I want to probably take this and go rep it out a little bit.
Sure.
I like the speed here. There's a Reaper Mercy here, so yep, this is your problem. You don't need to kill them, you need to harass. And look at you go. Have you been practicing your wall riding?
Yes.
Okay. It shows. Good stuff. This is really good. I mean, this is what Lucio does. This is what Lucio does, right? I remember. This is good. Nice. Best part about Lucio, again, is like you don't even need to secure kills. Like that, you just harass, disrupt, do some chip damage, boop them back. It's like a little bit of everything, you know?
Yeah.
It's like a spice, you know? It's like nobody takes a big spoonful of black pepper, you know what I'm saying? But if you take black pepper out of your pantry, you're screwed, right?
Or you're white. But yeah.
Right, or exactly, or you're white, that's it. Okay, let's stop here. Let's actually go and practice. Because I think we have a pretty actionable goal here. Hopefully, check the support queue before you queue in. Hopefully it's not too long.
Okay. So...
I'll walk you through it once you check the support queue.
Okay. That new map has been fun.
Yeah, it's a really, really kind of middle of the ground map. Very accessible. A lot of stuff that you can do with Lucio. And Zen's not too shabby there either, honestly.
Agreed. And beautiful. The graphics are gorgeous.
We haven't really seen a map with that color scheme ever. It's very blue with more like warmer tones. It's interesting.
Yeah.
All right, what's support queue
I've got
looking like?
Overwatch up, and I'm going to competitive, right?
Yep, you betcha.
Yeah, the healer queue is 9 minutes.
Go ahead and queue it up, and I'll give a frick. Let's go.
Okay.
So what we'll do here is we'll get the streaming side sorted out, and then we'll continue the review a little bit while we're in queue. So, so on Discord, on the bottom left where it says like voice connected, whatever, you should see a button. Hover your mouse around. You should find something that says Stream Overwatch 2. I don't know if you see that. Click that, and then just select the settings. It doesn't need to be high. It can be 360p, 10 frames per second. I don't care. So whatever works for you or for your computer, try that out. And we are cooking. Nice. Perfect. Okay. So now we can just continue the review. Be a little bit. We can do our boring 3-hour corpo meeting. Role play.
We're multitasking. I love it.
Yeah. We're multitasking. We're going to diversify your Lucio portfolio here.
We're going to circle back to the live.
We're going to circle back to the live, right? We're going to be kind of being a little bit more proactive with our space control. We're going to be going, cutting down on our costs. I don't know. You're better at this than I am.
As long as we hit those KPIs.
Yeah, that's right. There's CPRs and DPAs and IPZs and XYZs. Like even here, this is also
wait.
like
I can't see where you are.
Oh, okay. You got to click around in Discord. Can you see? I still have the stream up. At the top of the call, you might be able to find my stream.
Spilo's stream.
You'll see a ground Lucio. Spoiler, it's you.
Got it.
Got it. Okay. So this is exactly the same mistake you made in first fight. I don't hate this position here if there's literally nothing else better to do, but so much of your attention is focused on the vacuum, the void here, that you're not looking here. Now, once again, I'm not saying that you need to run into this room and try to kill this guy's family. This is risky. This is a duel that is kind of tricky, but once again, you are the Black Pepper. You just need to throw it in his freaking face. Force the hinder, harass, disrupt, chip his damage, pull your team's attention that way even. Just get off the floor. The problem here is that so much of your attention is directly what's in front of you, not what's up to the side, what's up above, right? You're built to harass this Cassidy. And you're cooked now. Right? That's your responsibility. Not because Cassidy is your responsibility, but the positions around these points to harass, disrupt are your responsibility. The irony here is that you could have like Cassidy and crap in here, and there's like a Ryan looking to pressure your team, and maybe this is your responsibility with Ryan because he's here. You're one of the most mobile heroes in the game, so use that. Don't let people split off from their team without getting, their teeth tickled a little bit. I don't know what teeth tickling would be, but. Sounds like
definitely
some
nervous
dentist
system dysregulation.
Yeah. Sounds like some dental torture or something.
It really does. Teeth tickling.
Won't be a broken record here, but you kind of know where's your responsibility, right?
For sure.
Because you could have denied him even dropping there.
Oh.
Yeah,
and he did it 3 times this game. That was all me.
Even just here, it's fine. Just
Yeah.
here. This is a little position here. As always, it's hard to do. I think that's the key thing. But you've put the time in, you've put the reps in. We just need to put more time in, more reps in. I like the speed here. Again, Cassidy top left is kind of your responsibility because of where he is. Yeah, I want to let's get ourselves warmed up. Jump into deathmatch here really fast.
Okay.
Dunk on these grandmaster peasants in there. Get my recording situated here. Is it gonna work? Yes. Okay, we're good. Nice. Nice. The movement and the mechanics are looking pretty good. I can see the reps. Nice. Made him look foolish. Good stuff. And perfect timing. Lucio in 1v1s, it's kind of like why we talk about harassing, distracting. Like I said, the Black Pepper is like you're really not that good at winning 1v1s quickly. You're more of a war of attrition versus most characters, right? Just because you have that self-heal. So you could just be patient, harass, boop them back, shoot them a little bit, kind of disengage, use cover, shoot them a little bit more, wait for the music cooldown, right? So yeah, this is fine. Nicely done. Was that your vote?
Yeah.
Look at that.
Just because good for fun for Lucio.
Okay, so what are you practicing here? What's the specific goal of this game?
Well, now my specific goal is to remember that my toolkit is best at harassing, and so I'm going to take angles, little angles with cover, and harass.
Correct. So all I want you to do is, here's how we'll practice it. Roll out with your team. Look at where, look where our enemies, right? Look what the map gives you and try to find those little covers, those little angles.
Okay.
Don't worry about playing them effectively. Honestly, don't even worry too much about your boop or your amp or your damage, your wall riding. You'll focus on those things once you're there, obviously, but I'm not expecting you to perform well. Just go there and see what happens.
Go to the little angles.
Go to little angles. Find the cover and just exist. I'm not expecting any sort of masterclass here. You don't need to have masterclass. These bans are freaking amazing for you, though. I mean, the Tracer ban is a little annoying because you could do work versus Tracer, but obviously Ball, Sombra are kind of annoying at this level. Now, I will encourage you that Ball is a matchup that actually scales pretty well for you. The better and better you get at the game. But right now, obviously, it'd be pretty difficult. So, okay. Any questions so far?
No.
Great.
Trying not to be nervous about playing live with you.
No, it's fine. That's fine. I rarely slam my desk or scream. It happens like once max every 2 or 3 minutes.
Oh, good.
Yeah, it's fine.
You're one of those.
Yeah. Hey, listen, I'm just passionate, right? There's all sorts of terms. I'm passionate, right? My people skills are a little rough, but I make up for it with talent, opportunity costs. You get me.
All the things.
So you can kind of already start to think here, like, I probably know where this fight's going to play out. Probably thinking what angles I could take. Where's my cover? Just get to the position and don't worry about your performance once you're there. So where's your cover? Where's your angle? Good. Good. Oh, this is Sem. Go find her. She's off to your left. Yeah, go get her. Run her down. Ruin her life. Destroy her ROI. Alright. Pretty good first fight. I like the fact that you took the angle, but I'm going to be honest, it was not the best angle because it was a little too far. That room in towards a jump pad's more congested, which generally means better for Lucio. More cover for you. But I am pleased that you took an angle. Let's keep focusing here.
The room.
Yeah, we'll review it. Don't worry too much about it.
So you wanted me to be in there? Okay.
We'll review it. Don't worry too much about it. But yeah, a really good start is kind of the TLDR. So you already have somebody in cart here. I want you to move away from cart and find your cover.
Okay.
Go help. Go help. Yep, go help.
No.
Yep, you got this. Get him. Beautiful. So part of that was me distracting you a little bit, but also you had 3 people on cart. You go do things. Go do things.
Yeah, for sure.
You don't have to go in and kill. Just go help as best you can. All right, so where's your angle here? Ooh, I like this. Really congested. Lots of cover. Lots of harassment. This is good. Good. Ooh, look at that. Now where? Yep. Yep. It's a good try. So you didn't like where you were anymore because it was too open, so you tried to cross the street. Chicken cross the street, you get run over. That's a very difficult situation. We'll talk about how to handle that later, but to be honest with you, this is really good stuff. Like, you're doing a really good job. Like, the initial, 15 seconds of that fight was a masterclass in terms of positioning. You did great. Now, your team is in Guam here, so just be careful. I don't know what the enemy team is doing, but be very careful. Yep, this is good. It's okay. Venture went in by themselves, so... No, that's fine. That's fine. It's really fine. Your Venture went in by themselves, and you tried to help, and that was just not wise.
Yeah.
But honestly...
I've made that mistake too often.
I don't think it was a mistake, though. Like, you have 2 members of your team fighting. I think you have to try to help them, you know? Like, you can't sit there and yell at them. Like, you have to help. You have to try. Okay. Now, here's where you got to...
validating that.
No, it's good. It's legitimately fine. It's understandable. It happens. Like, even here, your team is fighting, so you need to do stuff. So, play cover. Find your angle. Good. Yeah. Yeah. Like, right there, you took some space. If you didn't do that, your Venture would have died to Roadhog again. You baited Roadhog. You disengaged. Then you re-engaged. It was good. All right, so now this is going to be a fight in a similar location as last time. Do you want to stay on the left this time, or do you want to find a way to make right work?
I think I want to stay on the left.
Okay, let's do it. So you're standing in the open here, so find a wall. There it is. That's fine. You could tell as your Malga pushed forward, you kind of once again hit a wall, and you're like, where do I go? Right? That's when you hit walls. Oh, it's going to sound so corporate. When you hit walls, Find a hallway. Yikes. That's okay. Okay. I need to sit in more meetings or something. Yeah, there's always a better solution than what you did. It just takes a little bit of experimentation to find it, you know?
Yeah, I could have peeled left.
Where's the wall? Where's your cover? Left or right? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's okay. Just make a decision and stick with it. Where's your angle? Left or right? Yeah. Beautiful. That was good.
Ah, shoot.
That's okay. Get in or go out. Your choice. This is not a we're gonna improve your sound barrier usage game. We're gonna improve your positioning game. I don't care about sound barriers.
Okay.
Here's some good architecture here. This is your spot. This building to your left is yours. Fight for it. Yep. Play that room. Don't play in the open here. Let's go. Get in there. Yep. You're good. Nice. Nice job. Scary, but I don't care. Good job. I want you to do me a favor. Press tab and check your healing. Meaningless. Fourth worst healing in the game, and yet you're doing way more than any of the supports. Where's your next angle? Sure. Now where? This is too far. Yeah, this is better. But I need you to be shooting. This is too far. Yeah. Now where? Because you're getting into open space here, so you gotta find a way to get close. Let's go. Even use your amp here if you want to. There you go. This is good. Play that cover. Yeah. This is good space for you. Good job. You see it?
Yep.
What is aggression,
Yep.
you know? Is it being closer? Is it swinging deeper angles? I don't really know. It's not a very good descriptor, right? But what you did do is you just took more space. You did more things. You got hooked. You got harassed. You also harassed people, forced cooldowns, and did stuff, you know? Good job. I want to take a quick look at that one, and then depending on how fast we are, we might even be able to get one more game in here.
So
And you did... yeah, shoot me the replay. You can actually just pull it up and I'll type it out. But also, you did great under pressure. Ice cold. All right. Yeah, you can just pull it up. Okay, Zep. No, that's a pinned one. Whoops.
Yep.
4
Can you
EG
see
KMZ. Yeah, I can. RNG KMZ. Okay. Jump back in my stream once you find it, and we'll take a look here.
Got it.
So whenever you review yourself, which is kind of what we're doing here, you only focus on, well, you try to only focus on what you were trying to accomplish that game. So right now, I kind of, spoiler alert, didn't love your first angle here. But I did love the fact that you were taking an angle. So I had to prompt you here. This is why I live coach you, because it's really easy to fall back in old habits. It's like, come on, take some space. Where's your angle? And you're like, oh, look over here, look over here. Now, I don't love this angle, and let me show you why. This is why. You see the distance that you're at here. You don't always have to be in the enemy's face, but you're generally more effective in closer angles, closer ranges, correct? So, where could you have gone?
To the left.
To the left. So let's just put you here.
Plenty of cover.
Heal, damage, boop, harass, pop, 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 pop. So much better. That's it.
Yep.
Now, what you would have done from there, I don't care. You would have figured something out. Now let's look at this here. This is the problem. You see?
Yep. Yep.
Happens sometimes. Who's overextending? Is it my Malga or should we be on cart? I don't know. He saw something. So, your choice. Okay? Let's enjoy this masterclass of rotations from you. Because I really did like what you did this fight. In fact, I'm going to go third person just so you can enjoy what you did. Boop. Shoot. Heal. Harassment. Ooh. Push them back. Then you were like, okay, this feels really naked. Look what you do. Whap. Other side. Ana has to rotate the open. Boop. Oh, I'm in the open. Whoops. Cover. And this is where you struggled because you didn't know where to go from here. So you tried to cross in the open. What should you have done?
What should I have done? I could have gone to the right. My tank was going to the left.
Like
so
here?
If I released, yeah.
Yeah, you got it. You got it.
Yeah.
And this is
I
closer
was
too. You see
feeling
this?
pressure to heal him, but I gotta remember that's not my toolkit. My toolkit is to
Correct.
harass.
Well, it's also not your toolkit to heal your tank from distance either. So your toolkit is I'm going to help my Malga by pulling attention my way, like you did a million times, right? Now, if you were here, if you had chosen left angle, you could absolutely heal your tank, right? Because you're here. You're not here. So don't worry about it. It's not just paying attention to your toolkit. It's paying attention to your position. I'm not in a position to heal my tank, so let me do what I can do from here, right? Wherever you're at, that's where you can best serve your team. And trying to change operations midway through, oh man, I'm corpoing again. You know, it's just not smart. You got to stick with it. Adjust next time. For right now, make the most of where you're at. This one.
That's like when I'm on Zen and I'm hopping around my orbs.
Correct. Exactly. And you're not shooting.
Yeah.
Exactly. Because you're trying to, he needs healing. He needs it. No. Whoever needs healing, let them have the Harmony Orb and leave it. Just trust that your teammates are going to have brains. If they don't, whatever. This is a great example of your teammates not having brains, right? This is a 3v4, 3v5. But you know what? This was the correct play. You helped the majority of your team. This is fine. This is going to happen in Silver. This is going to happen to freaking Grandmasters sometimes. So, yeah, it's fine. Thoughts?
No. I really appreciate, like, my instinct to go help that person who's diving in is a good instinct, even if I end up dead.
No. Yeah. If it was Venture by themselves, I would say no, but Casty was also there, so I would say yes.
Okay.
If it's one person, probably not. But it's kind of like the Malga earlier when you Moira Lucio, but it was your Venture and Malga. I would go help them, right? Okay. So same thing here. So what do you think about your positioning here? You wanted to control left angle, and I think this was really good. I want you to coach yourself on how you did it, like the details, like where could you have been, where should you have been. All right. Okay.
So I could have definitely taken this. I could have gone up to the left. I'm staying on the ground too much.
Yep. You needed to be in here and in here. Like you needed to be in the congestion and the verticality that the room provides you, not falling back. You see it? Because that honestly should have gotten you killed right there. That should have gotten you hooked.
Yeah.
That being said, still a good position, still a good angle. Go next fight. This time you're like, I'm going to try and make left work. I'm going to stick with left and leave left because it's a nice little room for me. Yep. This is where you froze up because you didn't know where to go. So you tell me. It's awkward. Like this is a really naked part of the map. I don't know what are good options here. So instead of thinking about helping your tank here, instead think about what's a good spot where I could be doing damage or harassing or doing anything.
Yeah, I mean, either going to the left or the right from there, and vertically. Either way, go vertically. I was definitely thinking, should I ult? Distraction.
I would say just more in general, and this is going to be one of your little tiny things to work on. When there's an active fight going on and you're even, down one or up one, use your beat.
Okay.
Don't hesitate. Don't look for specific reasons. If the fight is starting, use the beat. If you beat this, you win this fight 100%. You're like, oh, but we've already used one ult. I don't care. Use it. Support ults are so incredibly useful almost all the time that unlike DPS or even sometimes tank ults, you don't have to wait specific opportunities. You just need to use it. Just use it. I think your positioning was suffering from you thinking about your beat a little bit too.
Yep, I agree. which is an old habit that I haven't focused on yet, but it might.
It's
need
not
to
an
be
old
added to the
habit.
list.
It's not an old habit necessarily. It's just that you're not skilled enough to multitask in that regard. You haven't autopiloted your beat usage because you haven't solved how to use it.
Yes,
You're
and one of my kids that I play with is very critical about when I use my ults.
Yes. I
Like,
remember we
I
spoke
hear
about
feedback
this.
every time.
I remember we
So
spoke
I've
about
got
this.
to.
Yeah.
Hence,
Yes.
the distraction is more.
Buy a
So
new
I've gotta
child.
break
That's the
habit
strategy.
of being distracted. Buy a new child. Seriously, because he wants to go to law school, so it might be time.
This is one of those moments again where you really fumble the beat here. I would have preferred you to be maybe a little bit towards the left, towards cover. It's a little closer, but like this is fine. You know, kind of holding the verticality here, holding cover. But like if you're gonna beat, you notice that when you get under pressure, you just go backwards, right? You really need to find cover. Maybe you can go sideways. But this is another situation where you absolutely could beat this right now because this is a fight going on. So just beat it. But it's I'm scared. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. This is great. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. We're down 1. We're down 2. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I'm gonna save him. Oh wait, no, beat right. Just use it. Don't go. This isn't a reaction speed thing. This isn't a like. This is just you just hesitated because you weren't sure, and so you're gonna be late when you're not sure. This is really good space. Do you notice that whenever you get hooked, it's just because you get a little bit too far from the cover? But honestly, this was also just a really good hook from him. And because you're close to cover, he loses LOS on you. He loses LOS, you live. It's good. This is just another one of those moments where you can kind of see you're under pressure and you go backwards into the open, which is the last place you really want to be. If anything, you move just back in towards here and just play cover a little bit better. Make sense? Cover. Lateral. Let's do another game. I think we're good enough here. Let's do another game.
We're at 4-minute queue time. Not bad.
Love that. They knew you were coming.
Yep. Do you want me to deathmatch or?
What do you want to do? do you want to role play and skirmish or like it's, your choice here? I mean, deathmatch definitely doesn't hurt.
I definitely also want to get your feedback on my Zen play.
Okay, let's do some Zen play right now.
Okay.
What have you been working on with Zenyatta?
With my Zenyatta, I've been working on shoot heads because I was an ankle shooter, and rewarding gutsy, aggressive player allies.
All right.
And making sure that when I trans into cover.
Okay.
Those are my 3 things.
So what do you want to work on with Zenyatta this game then?
I want to kill more.
Okay.
That's what I want to do.
I love that. I also realized that for the entirety of the last little section of review on Runasapi, I had the wrong scene capturing, so your recording's not going to showcase those last 7 minutes, so my apologies. But I had your stream pulled up the whole time. These crosshairs are so extra. I love it.
Thank you. Yes,
you ever seen some
I
of
get
the
many comments about it, and I love it. It annoys people.
No, it doesn't annoy me. I don't have this good taste, so I can't really be offended. I have the green dot that you can barely see and basically isn't even a crosshair, so.
I've been getting comments from my kids lately about my mouse sensitivity.
What's your sense? First off, what's your mouse's DPI, if you know what that is?
I don't.
Okay. Find that out.
Okay.
And then, well, actually, that might actually be worth looking at. So find out what your mouse's DPI is, and then just message me, and then your in-game sensitivity. So actually check what your in-game sensitivity is really fast. That might be worth checking, because that options, you can just check it from even in deathmatch, honestly.
Option.
Controls at the top. 7. Okay, so that would mean probably have a high sense, regardless of what your DPI is. How much mouse bed space do you have, like inch-wise?
Big. I have at least a foot.
Okay, so you could probably, Okay, this is what I want you to test. Go into the practice range really fast. This is probably the best way to test this, assuming we have time here. Because we can do this even in the hero select, I think. Yeah, practice range. Pick literally any character. And then Start with your mouse pad or your mouse on the very far left of your mouse pad, so just like all the way to one end, and then scroll flat. Keep your crosshair at head height, like all the way to the end of your mouse pad, in one straight line. Frick! Well, it's fine. We'll do it. We'll do it once we actually.
We knew.
Yeah, we can do it in here. We can do it. We can do it. It's fine.
Midtown is my favorite.
Mm-hmm. You're gonna lose. There's no shot. Wait. There's a chance. No way. No way. You're 2 for 0. 2 for 0. I say. I don't know. Oh my gosh! You lucky son of a gun. Okay, yeah, just do the same thing. Like pick whatever, and then do the start mouse in the very far left of your mouse pad, and then just scroll all the way until you run out of mouse pad, and we'll see how many turnarounds you can do. That'll give us an idea of whether your sense is too high or not.
I have learned that on days that I actually want to improve my gameplay, I cannot play Stadium as well because it messes up my Lucio boots big time.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't really toyed much with what Stadium stuff is. There's so much more in that. Okay. Okay, I forget how many steps there freaking are. Holy crap.
I know.
I got map voting, hero voting, skin select, screen. That's basically what this is, let's be honest. You know, IQ check. Colonoscopy. There's just like so many freaking...
Blood test. Okay,
Yeah,
so I'm
yeah.
starting at the left.
Yeah.
There's the end.
Okay, so you're doing like at least a 540, ignoring the fact that you went down a little bit here. Do it one more, but keep the crosshair at head height. Try to not drop it down. Okay.
That's the end.
Okay, yeah. Okay, go to spawn. So no, go to spawn. What I'm saying, yeah, go. I would say you could probably, given the mouse pad space that you have, probably cut it down to around 5 or 4. That would probably be optimal. So you want to be able to do a full 360, and you're doing a full 360 plus a good 180 more. So you could probably go to around 5, and that will help a little bit more with your precision.
Okay.
But that's something you can do whenever. It's going to throw off your aim a little bit, but you'll pick it right back up again. Okay, what are we practicing here? A little late, I guess, to be discussing this, but...
Positioning, for sure.
All right, what about your positioning? Be specific.
Position to be able to kill people.
And what does that mean? Just a sightline or cover or what?
Sightline with cover.
All right, let's do that then. Sightline with cover. I like this one for that for those 2 parameters. So where's your sightline with cover? Yep, there it is. Good. All right, so they're rotating to your right, so you're gonna need to find a new sightline with cover. Nice. You're better. Nice. Good. Cover usage has been saved your life twice now already. And when it has allowed you to do, I think, almost the most damage on your team. Don't press tab. All right, where's your sightline with cover? Because you don't really see a whole lot right now, so fix that.
No, I don't.
Fix it.
Okay.
Play the fire. Find that fire truck again. So you're too late. You're too late. Too much yapping from me in the beginning there. You needed to find that fire truck, or find it. You're just in front of the truck instead of finding an angle around the truck, right? That's all.
Okay.
Soccer Killer says point, as if that matters at all. I love silver players. Best part about that is I can be both condescending to them and you at the same time. It's excellent. It's a 2 for 1.
Wow, talk about multitasking.
Yeah. There's a corporate term for that I know somewhere. I need your help with it, though. What are you? Okay, find your sightline with cover, but preferably a little far back because your team just trickled in. Okay. Alright. Let's get some cover here. Trance if you need to, sure. And then end near cover, because we can do that too. Yeah. Alright. Next rotation. Next sightline with cover. Now this is scary. Zen's kind of being in menace here, or Genji. But this is still sightline, this is still cover, so let's make sure we manage that. This is too far, you've lost your sightline. Find a new sightline. Where's your next cover? It's okay. So that one is tricky, because like obviously you lost a little bit of cover towards the end because you're just rotating and you're slow and Zen, there's nothing you can really do. But I actually think the major mistake there is that you just didn't have a sightline. Like you just didn't do any damage for a long time, right? So I know it's scary, but like you must put out pressure early fight. You must find a sightline to be able to hit even just a couple of shots. That's really where your utility, that's your spice, right? So even if it's a little risky, as long as you have cover, we need damage. So I like this a lot. We can hit shots. He's going to come for you, but as long as you have cover, you're okay.
Yep.
That's okay. But that's okay. Like that's okay. Like yeah, you died, but your existence was justified because your existence helped kill Malga. So it's not the end of the world. Okay, where's your sightline? Where's your sightline with cover? Let's go. Sure. Damage, damage, damage. Beautiful. Beautiful. Keep going. Keep shooting. It's okay. Find your next sightline with cover. Good. Good. Where's your next sightline? I know it's confusing. Where are they right now? So just figure it out. Doesn't have to be optimal. This is good. Let's do some damage. I would either run or die here. One or the other. Do it quick. Okay. Grab your perk and then choose your next sightline. Very good. If you have to trance because they push you, that's okay, but I want you to do damage. I want your death to be earned, or your trance to be earned. Good. Sure, trance your Orisa and run away. Okay, run away right now. Yeah. Good, good. Nice. Very good. Beautiful clutch from you right there. Well done.
Thank you.
You ended just even near cover there. It felt a little close, but you had cover, so it was kind of hard for anyone to help the Malka kill you, and so he freaking died, right? That was good. That was good. I love this position from you. You're doing great. Keep shooting. Let's find your cover. Find your cover. Good. Almost. Just tuck a little bit closer to the right there and you would have been okay, but that was good. Your mistake,
yeah.
that's okay. Your main mistake there was you went backwards to Harmony Orb and Orisa that was going to die anyway. So you completely did no damage for 6 seconds at the start of that fight, even though you had a Harmony Orb on a Junkrat that was actively fighting. Don't Harmony Orb crit targets if somebody is already fighting. You must do damage. So if your Orisa gets crit, I don't care. Keep shooting. I love this position from you. This is really nice. Tank walks forward, you walk forward. Find your next sightline. Yes. Good. Good. Your Symmetra walks forward, you walk forward. Where's your next sightline? Sure. Just burn it. Good job. It's okay. Just got a little too far from cover.
Forgot about that Cassidy.
That's okay.
Knew he was up there.
That's all right. It's just cover. Whether it's High Noon or Malga or Lucio or anything, it's just cover. Cover will kill you. Still winnable, and regardless, you did a good job. All right, find your corner, do some damage. Don't cycle your Harmony Orb, just shoot. You're the GOAT. Beautiful trade. Nicely done. Nice hold. Good stuff. Very, very nicely done. Now, trances were pretty good. Sightlines, pretty good. Cover usage, pretty good. Sometimes you would hesitate to rotate forward or rotate to an angle because you're like, oh, Zen's fragile, and then you would do no damage. Your team would lose, and you get run over and killed anyway. But for what you were practicing, pretty nice. Pretty nice. Keep up the good work.
How do I know when they're... You said don't give up positioning to try to heal a crit ally. How do I know, like, when it's not worth trying to heal them?
When you realize that you've selected Zenyatta in the hero select screen. I mean, there's just the 30 healing per second, especially on a tank, is just not going to be enough. It's just not going to change their situation, right? Especially with the DPS passive. So you had Harmony Orb up on a person actively fighting. So yes, give them Harmony Orb and just make their death useful. Because Orisa took a lot of attention there. You could have killed somebody with your Junkrat. You didn't. You fell back. It's not that you never should reposition to Harmony Orb somebody. If you don't have Harmony Orb up at all and it's just not doing anything, sure. But if you have a good angle, just you don't have the toolkit to save an Orisa, so don't try. That's the thing. It's the same thing we talked about with Lucio, you know? So where's your angle? Where's your sightline? You've done a really good job so far. Let's find that position. Yeah, do it. Let's go. Good. Now shoot. Missing HP, so be careful. I don't know what this guy's doing. Murder him. Things that you just normally say in New York.
He wanted to die, clearly.
I guess so. Yeah, we watched too many Spilo videos. Too many angles. All right. Where's your sightline? I know your team's thinking teleporter. You don't need to take it. This is good. Next sightline. With cover. Don't forget that she's there, but find your next sightline with cover. I'm going to have you go kill that Sojourn. Go get her. Good. Go get her. I want you to walk at her now. She's missing HP. Go walk at her. Get her. Get her. Get her. Get her. Walk. Just walk up the stairs. Kick her in the face. Style points if you get a kick. Ah, frick. Yeah. That's okay. That's okay. It's alright. You did enough damage here. You did enough there. Good job. Where's your sightline? Where's your cover? Do not let these guys retake safely. This is perfect. This is murderous. Beautiful cover here. Nicely done. It's like walking into the gauntlet. See, your teammates, bless them. Okay, don't do what your teammates are doing. Go back to where you were. I was just about to compliment you to where, like, they have to run the gauntlet between, like, 4 different angles, right? And then you walked into point. But no, that's okay. Initially, that was really good. All right. Where's your sight line? Where's your cover? You got cover, you don't have a sight line. Fix that. Yeah, there it is. Screw your Orisa, keep doing damage. You can't help her anyway. Alright, you might go walk to him. I like that angle. Let's try it. You got trance as well, so let's just see what happens. Get her. Good. Don't stay here. It's fine. If they push you, you can trance this, but just keep shooting.
Where's the jump? There he is.
It's alright. It's okay. That was fine. So you rotated there a little late, and by the time you got there, there wasn't as much to see. But like, that's a situation when you're like, where do I go? That's reasonable. It's a confusing situation. Okay. Sightline. Cover. Let's do it again. You're doing great so far. This is fine. You can shoot stuff from here. Good. Yep. Yeah, he's cooked. Good job. Get him. There it is. Uh-oh. Honestly, ignore him. It's too scary to walk up into that room versus a junk, so instead focus on your angle sightline right now. Yep. Good. Very good. Now find your next sightline while you're trancing. Good. Very nice. Keep shooting. Nice. Good. Good.
Yeah.
That was okay. That was okay. That was good. Like this was honestly one of your best positional fights, especially considering how much pressure you were under. Like you rotated really well. They ended up just having more ults, but this is a really good fight from you. Your soccer killer's obsessed with the payload. It's really funny. But yeah, you're doing a really good job with your rotations. Keep up the good work. Yeah, do it. Sure. It's a nice little sight line here. You're probably safe. Now, when your team comes back, where will you rotate to from here?
Where will I rotate?
Yeah, so back.
I will
Yeah,
rotate back.
that is correct. Yeah, back we will rotate. Yeah. Well, this is good. This is good. This is good. Okay. So don't stagger here. Just full out. Make sure they don't push you. Good. Now your team's kind of coming back here, so we can start to walk forward, find that sight line again. Good. Where's your next sight line now? This is not bad right now. So don't chase too much, just find your next sight line with cover. And you have trance whenever you want. Sure. So end on an angle. End on an angle. Don't end on point. Unfortunate, but you're still going to win the fight. So nice job. Good job. Lots of damage, lots of Discord value. You had Harmony uptime basically the whole fight, so did some nice, useful healing. Good job. Tip, try to keep track of Tracer's location at all times. Thank you, Overwatch. The helpful tip. I love that.
Those tips are
Love that.
amazing.
All right. Where's your sight line to start? All right. Next sight line. You're not doing any damage right now. You need to find a sight line. There it is. Uh-huh. It's fine. Make her death worth it. This guy's gonna die. Left cover just a little bit there, so you gotta be spooked. That's okay. So as the fight got a little messy, you left cover and got slammed by Malga. You probably would have died to Riptire, but you at least wouldn't have gotten slammed by Malga.
Yeah. Yeah.
This point's really strong for you if you can find a nice, good sightline with cover and just murder whoever you can see. Okay, where's your sightline? Doesn't have to be a million miles away, but it does need to have cover. Good. Next sightline. Can't see anything, need to find a sightline. There it is. Stay relaxed. Tracer's shooting you. Focus on Tracer. Look at the threat. Look her in the eyes. That's okay.
Yeah.
When you look threats in the eyes, you win 1v1s. When you look away, you lose. That 1v1 could have gone so much better if you'd looked at her a full 5 seconds sooner. What you did is you did the classic support problem of, oh no, I'm being harassed by something. If I look away, they'll go away. That's not how it works.
Yeah.
You have to look at them in the eye. Now, you have to play cover and do your best, but you need to deal with that threat. You hit some nice shots. She did a better job versus you, and you ended up a little bit too far from cover. But this was a strong performance from you for what we were practicing. Good job.
Yeah. Okay.
Lucio, Zenyatta. We already talked... let me finish this up here. We already talked about what we need to work on with Lucio, right? The proximity, being a little bit more decisive with your beats, controlling space, right? And with Zen, I would say it's going to be sightlines with cover. No crazy cycling of Harmony Orb when you need to be doing damage. And decisively using your trance and decisively ending your trance on cover. Those are your 3 things for each. You did a great job practicing what you were supposed to practice with both Lucio and Zenyatta. That was excellent. Keep up the good work. Do you have any questions?
No.
Okay. Are there any questions about how you need to practice?
No. Here's a question.
Yeah, go for it.
Definitely I have noticed that there's like patterns. There are, whether it's me or whether it's the people playing, who the fuck knows, but there are times when I'm playing well and I win several games in a row, and then I start to lose, or I start to lose, whatever. Is there like, I've been telling myself to stop playing comp if I lose 2 in a row, because it feels like I just descend, and I lose whatever I've gained.
Sure. The question is what level of energy or focus are you giving into the game, whether you lose or whether you win? That game right there is a great example of a really high quality loss. Not just because it was, close, that's nice, but also because I felt like you were really giving it your all the whole game. Right? So it's good. Yep. If you have a turbo stomp loss and you're still giving it your all your whole game and you feel not particularly tilted, sure, do it again.
Okay.
The focus is less on, it's more about like, what was the quality of intention and focus? Now, if the question is why do I play good? Why do I play bad? Sometimes that's a very complicated answer. A lot of it can be, how did you sleep? How did you feel? And the real dangerous thing is that if you're playing Zenyatta on Midtown versus Junkrat Malga, you're going to feel great, right? You're just going to sit in the back and murder people. And in the Tracer swap, oh no, this is difficult. Doesn't mean the Zen gets countered by Tracer necessarily. It's just not a very good matchup for you. It's tough, right? So you might need to practice that matchup more. So what's going to happen is you're going to have maps. You're going to have matchups. You're going to have bad teammates. You're going to have good teammates. You're going to make a big mistake like you did with Sound Barrier on Runesapi, right? Remember that horrible Sound Barrier? In a close game, that loses you the game. Right? It's okay to make mistakes, but sometimes you get lucky and your mistakes aren't bad enough to cost you fights. Sometimes they are. It's not really a big deal. You just focus on your performance. So inconsistency is normal, especially with humans. I mean, you know this, right? So don't worry too much about it. Focus instead on knowing when to stop when your effort isn't what it should be for practice.
Yep. Apparently I needed that reminder.
I mean, that's why live coaching works, right? Is you're nervous about the pressure, but almost without exception, people play better when they're being live coached because they're actually forced to focus for the entirety of the review, because there's social consequences of me yelling in your ear if you don't, right? I'm not expecting you to play well. I am expecting you to try, and it's remarkable how much better you do when you're constantly trying. The hard part is replicating on that in your own.
Yes. Yes.
You don't need to be perfect, but you want to come close to that for as many games as you can, and that's not easy.
Yep. But that has me thinking, how can I start developing that in practice?
All right. Again, the corporate analogy here is, imagine if everybody showed up for a 15, 20-minute meeting once or twice a week with that level of focus instead of whatever normally happens, So